Welcome to the You Are Here podcast. This is episode 67 of the podcast. www.youareherepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M. Find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm, YouTube with that video. And we're here. My name is Mike. My name is Michael Nowicki, and I'm here with David Joseph Felino, my great, amazing friend, partner. Just all around great guy. All right?
Oh, thanks.
And we're here to check in with you guys. We're here to check in with ourselves, with you, because we're here, and that's the podcast, and we're going to get into some things today. First of all, yes, Dave, how you doing?
All right, this internet's terrible. I could barely hear you, but I'm flipping it. This episode on its head, dude, and it's become the You Are Here podcast, episode 67. Interview Mike Nowicki experience.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, I'm taking a seat now. I'm shifting the frame of this whole podcast, right? I'm hijacking this episode, if you will.
All right.
I'm going to start, and I don't know how this is going to go.
I have one thing I want to say, because I wanted to put this in the beginning.
Dude.
In the beginning.
You know
just
what?
one thing. Just one thing.
Forget it, dude.
All right. So I've been sitting here. I was setting up. I was just chilling here, and I was looking. I'm hugging my little audio mixer thing with my hands because it's kind of warm and it feels really nice. And I'm like just kind of hugging it, and I just like really started looking around at every little thing I have on my desk. I have my laptop, I have my mixer here, I got my microphone, I got my phone, I got my, this desk I bought, all these things that I use to do this little show with you. And I'm just feeling real thankful for everything around me, right? I'm feeling like I just want everyone to maybe stop, maybe take a pause right now. Look around your room, look around where you are right now. Even if you're outside, you're not in your room, you're not in, a place where you can physically see everything that you've acquired or attained, or all the things, these successes, these, these stories through all these items that you have. And I don't know, just maybe we can find a little appreciation, because it's kind of a dark time, but maybe we can feel good about something.
Yes, dude.
Yes,
Mikey. That's a home run, baby. Yeah. I love that you just said that. That's amazing.
I wanted to throw it in.
Me and my wife do. If I ever get off balance or I get a little nervous or start panicking, she's always practice presence. Let's do that presence practice where we sit down, name 5 things you see in the room right now. Right. So I'd be like, okay, bag of something I don't know, screwdriver, phone, mouse, keyboard, pencil sharpener, and immediately I'm dropped into the present. And instead of being floating around in my head with the anxious thoughts and the cyclical thought process, that becomes like running a marathon in your mind and you can't solve it, so you get more anxious and shit and start worrying, whatever. When you drop into the present, you're like, oh, notepad. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about is the notepad, and I'm calling it out, and it exists, and it's here. It's not an idea. It's real. And then I'll have another thought about this book that I got. And it was this 300 writing prompts book.
Worst book.
Carrie Brennan got me this book.
Worst book.
She was like, go check this out. You should buy this. And then I think about that, and I'm like, oh, I'm grateful for this, man. It's really cool. Definitely awesome exercise, Mikey.
Yes.
Great. You're good at this. Hey, you're good at this, dude.
Wow, thanks, man. You are too.
I'm grateful for you.
I think you're really good at that
podcast.
Yeah, thanks, man. So I just wanted to take that 2 seconds out. So
that's awesome.
I let the floor open to you.
I'm sorry I was such a jerk about it.
No, it's fine. I do it sometimes.
I had an idea in my head and I was running with it, and then you had a better idea.
Hey, but now pause. We can continue it.
What'd you say?
We can continue it.
Yeah, we continue. Okay. Yeah. So do your gratitude practice. Hit pause on the podcast. Do it. Everyone stop and do a presence practice. 5 things you see in the room right now, and call them out to yourself. Ready, go. Okay. How was it for you? Write it down. This is Mike. Can you still see me? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
You look great.
I'm sending you a heart. Take that. That's for you, dude. So I had the live before. I don't know if no, you know what? I'm not starting with that. I'm starting with social distancing, dating,
and
and connecting.
I literally told you this right before we started, dude. What the fuck?
No, it's on my mind, dude. How's it? How does that go?
All right. I'll get into
what's your
it.
experience like?
All right. The experience has been very short, but obviously I'm not meeting up with people because you can't. But I just decided because we had the whole, couple 10, 20 episodes ago, we had the old Tinder experience. We kind of went through that. Well, how that was going around. Different times now. On that Bumble and that Hinge, and I just went on just to, I'm a little tadpole swimming in the pond. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what's going on. Maybe it's like a social little experiment. I'm seeing what are people doing. Are people actually meeting up? You know what I mean? That sounds weird. I see some people actually being like, I'm just looking for someone like to talk to, just to pass some time.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing dates. I'm up for that. I mean, I could just throw in my thing right now. If you got Animal Crossing, we can go visit my aunt. I got a little restaurant area set up. I got food. I got everything. So
yeah. So I'm all for the Animal Crossing dates and like all of that. That's dope. But like, let's say you meet the girl of your dreams on Bumble, and she's like, "Hey, Michael.
If only we're that easy. If only we're that easy."
Let's go.
I want to be 100% honest. I don't think I won't find that on a dating app.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
That's when it happens, when you like give up.
Yeah.
That's when it happens.
I'm hoping. But one thing is really weird is like I have this weird thing where I downloaded this. I kind of download every like once in a while. I kind of got off it for a long time. But I like download it and then like I don't know why I'm matching with people, but like before I was like so confused about like remember I was like, oh, like I don't get why people you're doing this and then like nothing happened. Everything ever happens. Only like a couple things happen like a couple times. But it's very rare, it seems like. But now I'm at this point where I'm like I get a match and I'm like, all right, cool. It's kind of just like a validation for me. It's like I'm not even getting really anything out of it except for just like, oh, cool. All right. Someone likes me. Or someone's interested. Because honestly, it could just be like nothing. But I think it's just me being a little selfish and just being, hey, whatever. I gotta like.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Well, especially now, dude. Like, isolating and being away from people, like you can't get in life anymore like the wink from the girl across the room, like that doesn't exist. And then there's no validation of like, oh, I think this person's into me because of their behavior in at my workplace or whatever. That's out the window. So the thing that comes to the forefront is like, oh, I really give a fuck about how I'm perceived by the opposite sex or who I'm attracted to. Whoever you're attracted to. If I'm not getting like enticed by them, or there's no like mutual like they're not giving me signals of like that they think I'm attractive or whatever, that hurts me. Like now that I don't have that, now I have this Bumble thing. I can be like, cool, they liked my shit, and that means that they like me or want to date me, and then I'll stop it right there because that's all I want. I just want to know I'm still like attractive and I'm likable and like
I feel that. I feel like that's what I'm trying to get at.
That's when I'll have a relationship, like when I'm ready. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know what's gonna happen like in the future, so I'm like, man, I might as well just fuel it right now. Like I don't know what else to do.
You can.
I'm still a young man,
Yeah, dude.
Juices are flowing, dude. Blood's flowing, dude. Blood's flowing.
I'd be
the blood's flowing,
dude. Your boy'd be out there if I was you right
dude,
now.
I want to add. I still work at the cafe, which is kind of risky, but I'm following all the precautions. All the precautions I'm following. Mask, gloves, all the time, switching, sanitizing, washing. I'm good. Coffee shop, chic little coffee shop. Chicks come in, right? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be real about it. Chicks come in, right? And at this point, I'm starting to judge people. Goes for everyone. I'm starting to judge people like about their sanitization etiquette.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
Like it's a deal breaker sometimes. If you're walking in and pulling that mask down to talk, so I can't talk to you. I have no chance.
If you're wearing your mask and it's like this, and your nose is out, it's covering your face. Not talking to you anymore. Can't talk to you.
If you just got that nose sticking out, and I hear, you're talking to me.
Hey! It's doing nothing. It's not working. It's not working for you now. If you do this and you're breathing out your nose, it's not working anymore, dude. So don't do it. I went to a pharmacy, bro, and the pharmacist was like this.
No way.
And I was like, huh? What?
Dude, honestly, it's tough sometimes, man. Like it gets busy sometimes at work, and like it's hot. I got glasses, and like I'm steaming milk, dude. It's hot.
I was at the butcher. I get it. Like I get it. It's a long ass day.
But you gotta,
But like if you're working, bro, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you have to.
Do it.
I saw someone wearing a hairnet. Hey, not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do anything. A hairnet?
You mean a wetsuit, a hairnet?
Yeah.
The mask. A welder's mask. You see the welder's mask?
Yeah, they sell those. They sell those. They're selling them at Staples. Yo, go get it.
What's the deal with that? They're saying that you could get it through your eyes?
I have no clue. That just seems like some like real extra like you're just like all you hear is
It's a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
Nightmare. Never thought I'd see that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Bumble, we're saying 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down. What are we rating?
It's like it's like one of these. It's like a half. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know. It's like this emoji. It's like the hands like what? The shrug. It's like
you can have a relationship online. You can have a hookup on I don't know, through this. That's a shit. You know? But like you can't, I mean you can, but like people are gonna be nervous about like, hey, come over, and it's gonna be like,
there's definitely some people. There's definitely some people that don't care about that.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm seeing. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
I'm a worrier, dude. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like,
that's scary.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Definitely a weird time.
Moving on.
Yeah.
This is a Dave Alino interviews Mike Nowicki podcast, okay. Episode 67.
Whoop, whoop.
If you're listening, I love you. Thank you for tagging along on this long journey. Go watch the old episodes if you're into what we're talking about right now. Because we've talked about a lot of stuff over the past year and change, haven't we?
Oh man, a lot. What's an episode that people should go back to? You think? I don't even know.
What's a what?
What's like an episode
people should go back to?
Yeah.
Oh man,
there's so many good early ones too, man.
There's really good early ones. I don't know. There's one I had a really rough day. I remember when we were at your house. I think it was in like the teens or the 20s. I might have been like episode 11 or 13 or something. I don't know. But I was like, damn, man, I feel like something changed in that room that day for me and you. That was like a deep conversation. I forget what episode that was, but it was a deep one.
Do you remember there was no guest?
No guest. It was just me and you. The one with Courtney Torres. I thought that was really cool.
That was a really good like open up.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of great ones with Tori and Carrie. That was a fucking great one.
Yeah. I still really like the one where we were on the lake. Good. The lake one, dude. I like that one.
The lake was so much fun, bro. Dude, that's one you should watch for sure. That's the one. Yeah. That's the one you should go watch. Definitely go watch that. We're on a lake.
The weather's nice now. We got to do it again.
Yeah, I'm down to do that again for sure.
Hey, parks are open.
Yeah.
I'll go near you. We'll be across the lake and talking to each other.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, dude. We should go to that fucking mountaintop and do it up there.
Ooh.
To carry all the gear.
I'd be down.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, that's the episode I'd go check out. I'd check out we're on a mountain, or we're on a mountain. We're on a lake. Go check out that episode.
Boom.
If you're listening. Anyway, Anyway, I hate segues, like fake segues. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah, I don't like that. Moving on. So you like? Here we go. You're from.
Says here.
Oh.
Says here
Okay.
you're from.
Says here you're into comedy, are you? So you like comedians? What's your favorite?
You like
No,
jokes?
Just kidding. Knock knock. What do you look for when deciding whether or not to date someone? What are the things you look for? Michael likes long
Is this like
walks
the
on
Bachelorette, dude? What's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, honestly, man,
pop culture.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm still figuring that out.
Woo.
But all I know is I start immediately thinking of things I'm attracted to, which are like people with like passions. I don't know, people that
Moving on.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
I don't know, dude. I'm not good at this. I don't know what I like. You know what I like? Honestly, you want to know?
Yeah.
I like people with problems, dude.
Ooh, see, hey, that's some truth right there.
And it's bad. And I know it's bad.
Is it? But it's because then you facilitate like growth for the broken person.
Yeah, I become a problem solver, and then I start thinking, hey, I can do this, and then I start blowing everything up like bombs. Bombs on an innocent village, dude.
Yep. You know what I realized? Like, if I can't solve the problem, like I don't get when my partner says to me, I just need to say this to you. I just need to express this thing. I don't need you to do anything. I just need to express it to you. Like, can you just be there for me? I have so much trouble just sitting there and listening and just being there. Like, it's so hard for me not to solve the problem or like attempt to formulate some kind of like recovery process I can facilitate for the person I love. Like, I can't just sit there. It's so hard for me to just sit there and be present and just be like, oh, it's her thing. She's going through a thing, not my problem. And I'm here if you need me. Like, but until then, like, I'm here. I'm just here, present with you.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me not to like try to like step in it with her. You know what I mean? Like, I struggle with that. I always do. My friends and family, everybody. Like, I just struggle with not getting involved. Like, not taking on the emotional thing that is going on in my partner and like putting it on myself. Like, I'm not her. She's going through something. I'm going through my own thing. We're in two different places, most likely. And I am there for support, which does not mean like solve it, Dave. Like, it's on you, bro. Because it's not. I can't. I've been reading a lot about recovery of codependency and like how if you it's okay to protect yourself and take care of yourself and to not put this expected what's the word? Like, as if you expect yourself to solve the person you love's problem or your world will crumble. Like I'm nothing unless I heal the person in front of me because I love them so much.
Yeah, you're like making it your problem too.
Yes.
And it's not.
And then you're not really helping the person at all.
Yeah. Because then it's like you're doing it for yourself.
You're almost taking on what they're going through.
Yeah. That's one thing. Oh my God, that's one thing I really realized now. Which I started I've been sending you kind of like the different like writing styles thing.
Yes.
So like I decided to just sit down and do like just start writing on a page, like every sentence, like a sentence, and just keep going. And I kind of got like a new kind of idea thing, but I really realized that things always come back to like personal experiences, especially like relationships and stuff, like things that I found like that I did wrong or how I felt like someone else did wrong, and like I formulate like stories off like these little details of these things. You hear me? Hold up. Uh-oh.
Oh God.
You good?
All right, I can hear you now. Say it one more time for me.
So I started really so I've been doing like sentence by sentence, like going through like whatever, but I've been realizing that a lot of these things I always like go back to like personal experiences, especially in like relationships and stuff, like little details that something that I found wrong, or that I realized now that I did wrong, or like things like that. And I start formulating like kind of those kind of plot points and trying to like, I want to like expand, like explore that thought through like the story and trying to make a story out of it, you know?
Yeah,
And
man. Yes.
yeah, just
That's an awesome exercise.
realizing like a lot of things. Fuck, what did you say was the like the problem? The codependency, kind of
yeah,
like
codependency.
yeah, like that kind of thing. Where like I was doing this thing for myself, but I was like, oh, I'm doing this like in my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this to help, but actually, it's like to make me happy and make me feel like, you know,
it's
I'm doing a good thing.
It should be for you. It should be all for you.
Yeah. Like I'm giving, I'm so giving of like, oh, you know, I'll help you with anything, you know. But I'm literally like making a problem almost.
Yes.
For myself.
Yep.
Yeah, so I realized that.
When I look back, dude, like when I do those kinds of exercises in like my work or like journaling or whatever I'm doing, I'm just like reflecting on my life. Yeah. I can trace back the times where I'd put myself second to a person or a group of people, so that I will be, and it was, what I would tell myself is, you're a great guy. See, like you're essential. Like people tell you that they love you and they care about you because you're so giving and you're such a listener, and you're there for them whenever they need you, and all that. The truth is, like, I would do that selfishly. This is the truth, because I wanted to be accepted and I wanted to hear from those people, I love you. Yeah. You're a great listener. And then I feel like, okay, dude, I'm okay.
And what's that, dude?
What is that really?
That's self-love.
I'm not satisfied with myself.
That's self-love.
I need to get that approval from outside of myself. Yeah. I'm looking for approval from another person or a group of people to tell me, hey, man, you're worth it. You're really cool. Like, I love you. When in reality, the thing I should have been doing since I was like fucking 3 was, oh, dude, you're such a special human being, man. There's only one of you. I'm like, Dave, like, you're beautifully boy. Like, I love you. I love you. Like, it's all good. Like, I've always got you, and we're here, and we're gonna have a great life. Yeah. Like, it was none of that. It was always like, look outside of yourself. You know, like, figure out how you can take care of people around you, so that they in turn give you love back. And a lot of people aren't built that way, but a lot of people are. And that's why this codependency stuff, dude, is something. You may not be codependent. Like, I don't think everyone's codependent, but it's something to look into.
No, I definitely had those kinds of feelings. Like, it's like we're riding on this roller coaster, right? And we're making these stops, and people are leaving, and we're just trying to all be on the same ride, right? But like, what we're doing is we're being like, I want to be on the head of this ride alone, you know, and I want to keep bringing people in, but we're not trying to have them stay. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough thing to like accept and like get better at, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, man. You just made me think of doing this podcast. I don't know why. It just made me think of that. And like this conversation, specifically how grateful I am for the podcast, and like, I don't know, how it's kind of growing, and it's been like a slow thing. And how shout out homie Luke. That was another good episode. Luke Eddy. Yes. He sent me something today. Gary V video. I should have passed it to you. I passed to you. I'll send it. Like how to grow a podcast. It was really cool. Like, I don't know. He thought about us and like sent it over.
I love that.
I'll send it to you too. Yeah. Shout out Luke.
Big shout out.
Yeah. Just describe. Okay, this is cool, man. I didn't know this is how the conversation was gonna go. Hey, look at this, bro. Put some stuff on paper. Have a conversation, and there'll be some links, maybe not, but there you are right now. Describe a way a friend supported you when you needed it. This is from the 300 writing prompts book.
Oh, wow.
Describe a way a friend supported you when you needed it.
I mean, I could name like a million times where you did that. I'm trying to think of like maybe somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, because we're always talking each other up. You know what I mean? We're always giving each other love. Like, why don't maybe like throw it somewhere else? Damn, dude. Can you think of something?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, you probably
absolutely.
Can. I feel like I don't have a lot of people in my life that like Like I obviously like family and brothers, like friend, like you. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of like another friend, dude. It's hard to think of like real friends and stuff, and
Yeah,
what
that's
like
true.
you consider that and stuff like that.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna throw it at Carl Fernandez, dude.
Hey,
I'll throw it
there
at
we go.
Carl Fernandez, dude. He came
Shout out.
he came through for an episode of the podcast when you weren't able to, and we had a good talk.
Yeah.
We had a good little talk, and we didn't really like, we were kind of talking how like, oh, we didn't expect to even do like a full hour, and like I don't know, I haven't really like hung out with him alone like that, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of weird, but like we did it. We got a little closer, and now we're buddies. We're good. It was a nice time.
Look at that,
Yeah.
bro. That's really cool.
And I was like,
Shout out
oh
Carl.
man, I gotta do this recap. Like I don't got time. Like I'm tired.
He called him in. You sent up the bat signal.
Oh yeah,
Carl showed up.
he's always out there.
Drove up from, I don't want to say where he's from, South Jersey. Drove
South
up.
Jersey. What's the address?
Yeah, shout out Carl, dude.
Big shout out, Carl. We're out here playing the video games together. Shit's
Choo.
how I feel like we're draining our lives
Yeah, dude.
in a way.
Well, I was talking about escapism on the live. Your brother actually brought it up. Shout out Seabass. He was telling me how like Japan is looking to lock down until the end of May, in a state of emergency, and how this like escapism stuff. He said that word, and I was like, oh man, that's how I feel when I play video games. Like,
Yeah, that's.
I feel like I'm getting away from my problems and it's like totally turning off my brain
Yeah,
and focusing on like it's like, but it's as if I'm doing a puzzle. Like put a puzzle in front of me and I'm thinking of the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's the presence game. It's the thing that's like the thing that's in front of you. Notepad I just dropped. Like that's the thing that's taking up my thoughts. So I'm not thinking about Corona or covering my mouth or people, in hospitals. And I'm not thinking of the shit that worries me. I'm not thinking of like, can't see people, not thinking of, what's happening in my career. I'm not thinking of any of that. I'm thinking of how do we get a win in Warzone? That's what I'm thinking about in the moment. What do I do?
That's definitely. I think that's like a thing you need to do too. That's like healthy. I think. Well, maybe not to the extent that we do it, because it's actually there's an anger also that comes with it.
But I don't play shit all day. Like I get a few hours with you guys late at night, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to like talk to my friends at night and like play it. Like,
you got to change up the pace.
I'm playing a board game, with my friends.
You got to change up the pace.
That's it.
You can't keep doing the same shit.
But I don't know if I'm addicted to it, but I do enjoy it a lot.
Yeah,
I do enjoy it a lot.
I feel that. What else we got, boy?
Okay.
What else we got?
So this is from Michelle.
Ooh, I answered the last question. Right?
Did you answer this already?
Oh, I did answer the last one. Yeah, we're good.
You did answer, right? With the support from the friends. You said Carl.
Yep.
Michelle, shout out Michelle. Sending all my love to you, dude. If you're listening right now, I love you a ton, and I know it's a tough time right now, but yeah, I'm here if you need to talk. Mikey's here too, and I think you're an awesome individual, and I think, I don't think much. I just know we got you. You ever want to talk, or you ever want to?
Michelle's a ray of light.
Express it.
A lot of rays of light in this collective that you have.
Yeah, man. Yeah. She's a shit, and we love you, Michelle. She asked, have you found yourself wanting anything you never thought you'd want before all of this? A goal, a hobby, an experience. And she went into like describe it a little bit further because I was struggling with like understanding it. She said, so like a new want or a new goal you didn't have before self-isolation and the pandemic, like something new that's come up, a goal, hobby or an experience that you felt like you found that you didn't have before this that now you do.
I don't think I did actually. Me as a person, I don't know why I'm very like, I guess I'm just selfish, dude. That's all I think. I think I'm just a selfish person where I always think about different things that I want.
You're selfish, bro.
I know everything I like and want. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I just like I'm very like I'll search for everything that's like good or like something that I'd be interested in, like I dive deep on it. Like I always dive deep into different things, and I'm like, oh, I like this or I don't like this. All right, cool. Store that in my brain. All right, move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And I keep going through like so many
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
which I don't know. I guess I don't know. I kind of like
I don't think that's
I think I've had a lot of
selfish
things.
thing. I think you just have a good self-awareness. You're very like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's make it
you're not
positive.
afraid to, like look into things that you like and like find
Yeah.
things that you like and then get really into those things. And
So
also,
I think it's actually me kind of being, I have so many things that I've been working on like this whole year. I think I've had a good, like the start of this year, I felt strong. I felt things were, I was working towards bettering myself. I was getting somewhere. And I think I just have so many things to work. Plus I didn't get like laid off from my jobs and stuff. So obviously I'm still kind of in that same mindset of like working. So blessed to, still have everything kind of the same as I was before, work wise. But I think I'm just still working on those little things that I've been working on like throughout the year. So I don't really have anything new. Like I always have a plan, like goals set in front of me. I think I'm like prepared that way. You feel me?
I feel you.
What about you?
So like things haven't shifted much as far as like goals and like hobbies and stuff like that. It's all been same shit. Yeah.
I think right now in my time, I think there's a lot of like long-term goals. Like writing a script, take a couple years, move out. I got a kind of time frame. Music stuff. It's all like kind of like continuous stuff. Just working. It's kind of like all gradually, building up to this, I don't know, explosion one day.
I got you.
And enlightened.
I got you.
I might be enlightened someday.
The enlightenment.
Yeah, I might have like a level up. I don't know. We'll see. What about you?
I'll answer the question. Yeah, I'll answer it real quick. The new thing, if I'm thinking of any new things, one new thing has been I'm really into like keeping my carpet super clean. So I'm like shampooing the rug a lot, which is weird. Into that, it's become a hobby. And also like working out in a structured way and not a superfluous like check. Went to the gym today. That's like in somewhat good shape. Awesome. Feel good in my clothes. Cool. Like now
you're counting like macros and shit, right? Or like calories and stuff.
It's counting calories, like it's like a slow growth and it's a slow burn. And the workouts have been like the toughest workouts I've had to do in fucking years since I was like 18.
Yeah.
And but it's awesome. Like I feel like that's been the new hobby is my health in a structured way and not so much of I feel good. I went to the gym and ran on the treadmill and like lifted a little bit here and there and did shoulders and back because I felt like it, or buys and abs because I thought it'd be cool. And
just
the
mindless. Pretend like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm using the wrong machines.
That's me.
Like it's supposed to be for my legs. No, but it's been cool. It's been cool to like get focused on something that I'm not used to doing. Like I'm used to working out, but not in a structured way. And so have this like virtual trainer like telling me how to do it and why I do it this way. And, this is the muscle you're working and this is why you're working this muscle today. Make sure the form is for more, the first thing you focus on, and, setting small goals about your eating habits and like things like that. It's been really cool. I'm such a fucking one side of the spectrum, or like totally on the other side where I'll be, I'm eating whatever I want. Just feel like it. Eat anything, whatever. It's going in my mouth. I'm eating it. Or I'm not touching food, damn near starving myself for 6 days out of the week because I'm going to drop 20 pounds in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's what I'm comfortable doing. But the thing that's uncomfortable for me has been this new thing of like, set structure for yourself. You're working out 5 days this week. These are the workouts you're doing. This is why you're doing these workouts. These are the 3 goals you're going to do diet wise. Here's your calories that you're taking in and putting out. It's it's cool for me to track. It's cool for me to see like my body can be a hobby, like a way to chart something, and it's healthy, and I'm not so severe. It's more structured, you know.
Yeah.
Safer.
Yeah.
So that's a new thing.
Yeah, I think I felt the same way with how you were talking about, like, dude, back in the day, like soccer, like when I used to play sports, and like even after I was done, like I would starve myself. I would drink like water all day, eat like an apple, dude, a day, and I would run like 2 times in the morning and at night, and like lose like 20 pounds in like 2 weeks, and I'm like, cool, you know, like I'm fucking like. It's such like a short temporary like thing, and then I plateau, and then I'm like, I just rebound back to like, you know,
yeah, dude,
a fat ass.
Yep, you can't fucking keep that moving.
And when
that's not.
I guess when you think about it, like, essentially, if you're doing that planned thing, it's the same time frame. It's probably, but you're just like slowly getting to that, and then you like, I'm sure it's easier because you're in like a routine. And that your body allows like you to actually continue losing and like getting more tone and shit. Ooh. I think if you keep doing that, then you're not going to plateau. Because that's always been my problem. My plateau, I can't lose anymore. And I'm like, oh, fuck it, I give up.
Oh my God.
Do it. All right.
I'm so mad. Hold on.
Let's just skip that, dude. Well, guys, we're having some technical difficulties with the internet. I'm going to keep this in because you know what? We're real. This is the realest podcast in the game. You are your podcast, episode 67 of the podcast. We're not ending just yet. We have a couple more conversations we want to get to you guys. I don't know where Dave went, but I'm keeping it running. Dave, I'm still rolling, dude. Oh,
we're meeting in next week. We're meeting up next week in a quarantine safe way. Do I really, bro? Oh,
no, now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good.
Are you sure?
No, now you're good. It doesn't look like it's gonna last long though.
If it fucking craps out, dude, I'm giving it one more chance.
All right.
If it craps out, I'm gonna.
Dave, we're gonna skip the working out stuff. What's the next question? What's the next interview question?
Okay. Next question, Mikey. Okay.
Your camera.
What keeps you creative at home? Shout out Katie Barber.
You know what's crazy? These are all the questions I've been asking myself today that I was like, I'm going to ask this on the podcast.
This is weird.
I'm not even kidding. What keeps me creative? I honestly have been having trouble with the creativity. I get them in spurts. I've been noticing, but for film and writing, I've been having some success. Big shout out to some of the YouTube channels. You know, I'm a YouTube kid. Behind the Curtain. Is really good. They do a lot of like interviews from directors and writers, screenwriters, and it's their actual words, and they put it all together, compiled into a video. They do like how I made blank, and it's just like they just compile the best like advice from these like directors and stuff, and just different point of views. It's great. Also Indie Mogul, they do a lot of like DIY kind of filmmaking things. Also they do all parts of like aspects of filmmaking, like visual effects, everything like that, editing. So I've been watching a lot of that, and I've been able to get some inspiration from that. My boy sent me a contest that's a sound design kind of thing for Westworld, which I want to try out. I'm going to look into more like contests like that because I feel like that's such a fun thing to do. You know? Yeah. It's just like, it gives you work to do basically, which is like cool. Yeah. And you're also practicing. So I'm kind of down. I haven't sound designed in a while. So I want to I'm just going to try it, you know, why not?
Hell yeah.
You know, in college, I won a sound design award, which is pretty nuts for our web series. So, hey,
Wiki
got a little, you know, chip on my shoulder.
The web series called?
The web series was the Deep End.
Deep End, yes.
Deep End, Rampa web series. Boom. You don't got to search it, honestly. You don't got to search it.
Please don't search.
What's up, boy? What else?
What's up, boy?
Because I killed that question. Dude, I killed it.
You killed it. Dude, it was like you prepared it. It was like a statement. Oh,
sorry.
Dude, coming in hot.
Sorry.
What feelings have come up from the lockdown? And so much noise has been silenced. What is loud now? That's what Katie Barbary asked again. Thank you, Katie. I love you dearly.
Shout out Katie Barbary. 2 bars, 2 E's.
Isn't that so well put? How she wrote that?
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
so
poetic almost.
It's so good. I love it. She's got a way with words.
Since so much noise has been silenced, what is loud now?
I think it all. What's the saying? I'm gonna try to pull up Katie Barbary right now. I don't got it. the cream rises to the top. Is that it?
Yeah, sure, dude. Why not? Hey, why not?
That's why I feel like everything that you thought you cared about or thought that wasn't and doesn't actually matter.
There's a lot of those, isn't there?
You know, you can do it with anything, with work. You know, people were telling you can't work at home. You can't do that. Well, obviously, you probably could. They just want you to, come in and it's meeting some sort of quota, something like that. You were like, oh, wow, maybe I should not buy 1-ply toilet paper because, it's not good for my bum. And, maybe a 2-ply would be kind of nicer. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You're learning what you actually need to survive.
Yeah, there's.
I don't even know where I'm going with this.
I think like in the vein of like feelings, like things that have come up in you, like specifically, have you seen things that you used to give a shit about a lot that maybe you didn't realize you did, and now since you haven't had to stay home much, like you go to work and you do what you have to do. But you are home, like life has changed for you. Like we can't just hang out. You can't just go on a date with somebody. You can't just go to a film set and like do something.
Yeah.
Like it's different. Things are different. Even at work, it's different.
I actually really kind of enjoy being able to like, I still work and everything, but it's obviously kind of like shorter hours.
Yeah.
So instead of like getting home at like 11 or 12, I get home at like 6 or 7 and I'm like, oh, I have these couple hours where I can relax, where I always feel like, oh, I wish I could just, relax for a little bit.
Yes.
And like just this like bump of like, I'm still working like around the same hours, but it's just bumped to like a different time frame. And so I have a little bit of time in the day to do what I want without being like super tired. And I really appreciate just like being able to relax after like a long day of work or something.
Yeah, man.
The little things. I think it's the little things. We keep
dude.
talking about the little things,
Absolutely.
If I come home, I eat some dinner, I make some dinner. Then I, hop on a little video game with my friends. Hey, that brings me back to like high school, dude.
Yeah.
It feels kind of nice, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think for me it's been let me try and answer it in a smart way. It's been not like the feelings that have come up, the noise that's been shut down has been like I can't hide behind what I do because I'm not doing career wise, like long term wise, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. That's big.
So
this is big.
There's no day to day like, Dave, wake up at 6, get in the car, go to your rehearsal, start your day, come back, do the podcast, go clock in at your job, go to bed, wake up the next day, go to work, write the thing that you wanted to write, go to rehearsal, start talking about the play you want to make. And there was like a 5-minute windows where I'd be like, okay, I'm hopping out of the car, I'm taking some pictures, I'm writing a poem, I'm taking in the moment, standing by the stream. Like I would take 5 minutes about every 2 days, 10 minutes maybe. And I'd save all the present shit from when I was acting.
Yeah.
And now I remove acting from my life and I'm like, oh, I'm not rehearsing. I'm not meeting up with people to like talk shop about putting things up. And like, there's no prospects of like things that are coming up. I didn't realize how much I thrived off of that. Like, oh, there's a deadline of something. I'm inspired to do something and like, it has to be done at this time. And it's a creative thing. Like, sign me the fuck up, dude. I thrived off that shit. I was juiced about that kind of thing. And I would rehearse every day. I would do script analysis every day. I would dude, I'm a monster when it comes to that because it drives me. Yeah. That was the loud noise. And when it got silenced, the thing that came up was lack of purpose, lack of direction. I realize like I'm not shit. I tell myself I'm not shit unless I'm working towards something. And that was a scary thing to realize. Like my ambition is almost my spine. And then when you take my ambition away, I get very, very dark, man. I get very isolated. I don't reach out. And we talked about this the last fucking 3-4 weeks.
Yep.
That's been my journey, man. But through that, through the isolation and through the dark times, I've been realizing like I've had a lot of time on my hands. I've been picking up shit that I haven't picked up before, like a codependency book that someone gifted me because probably something I should have looked at a long time ago. And it's, you know, the things that come up from that are a healing process, like a process for actual spiritual growth. And maybe I could be a better person on the after all this. And the career will come when it comes. And my focus has shifted from ambition being the only thing driving me, which is I'm not totally away from it. Like I'm still not very creative. I'm still not doing script analysis or journaling much or writing. But I am writing poetry. But you know what I mean? Like it's not the daily grind. It's not what I'm used to doing. But now the focus is starting to become. It's like before you said selfish. It's starting to become. How can I become a better me, for me, as a gift to me? And that's it. Not for anyone else, not for a reason of my career going a better way, not for my spouse to love me more and accept me, not for my friends to think I'm cooler and love me more, not for any of it, but to like be good with myself and like whatever I believe is the thing that put me here. Like that's it. Yeah. If I and that's been the thing that's been coming up in me, and I don't think I'm not the best friend right now. I don't think because my behavior is a bit different. I don't think I'm the best family member because I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out my shit, and it's been like a bubble. But I'm trying. I'm just working shit out.
Yeah, man, that's all you can do.
I don't know. That's it. That's the noise that's been louder.
Wow, man. Yeah, that definitely goes back to what we were talking about last podcast. You were talking about how like you realize you have to like you have to reach out. Like you have to get these because you thrive off these like when you were having these like your daily routine and everything, it's almost like a motivator because you're like, oh, I don't have time now. You know, I have all these things happening.
Right.
And you're like, and now you're sitting here and you're like, you don't have that right now. And you're like, oh, it's like, I'm just not creative. Or like, it's not coming to me because of this. You know what I mean? Because it's all gone.
Yeah.
But what if those, like going, you know, waking up, going to the collective, going to the coffee shop, interacting with all these people, right?
Yeah. Yep.
This is the thing that's fueling you. These interactions and shit.
They are, man.
You know? I think you gotta reach out. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Like from a place of like I don't need it because I need it. I need it because I want to, like I'm compelled to. Like if I'm talking to somebody in a conversation, I'm not trying to get anything out of that person. I'm not trying to have that person like me more because I like myself and I'm good with myself. Like if it's genuine, like that's when I want to have those conversations. And it's not out of ambition and it's not out of trying to get people to love me or like me better. It's because I care about that person or these group of people. And like I'll be there for them because of that reason.
For sure.
And I'm built that way for sure. But the thing is, like, I didn't realize how much time I was taking away from myself, how thin I was spreading myself before all this shit went down. Because I was hiding behind the work and like grinding every day to for the big picture, for the movie to finally get bought out by A24 and to bring all my friends and my family with me. And like that's the thing that's driving me every fucking day of my life since I was like 20 years old. And now that that's gone, and before that it was get my mom a house and all this shit since I was 5. So it's been everything has been built for outside of me. Do it for the people you love. Bring them to where they want to be, and then you can figure out your life. And this thing is saying no more of that. You can't do that anymore. Like you're not getting your mom a house. Your career's on hold. Sorry, bro. Like pause. Now you got to work on yourself, homie. You got to work on you. I can throw on a live Instagram thing and talk to people about what they're going through, and be there for them and be a present listener, and try to help as much as I can because I give a fuck. But like when that shit clicks off, I'm by myself again.
Yeah.
And I would hide behind, okay, all good, because they got something from it, and I got rehearsal in the morning, so I'll just go to bed, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I got you now.
So
That's tough, man.
it's just something I'm figuring out
Yeah,
about myself,
yeah,
bro, and
yeah.
I'm glad I have the time to figure it out.
To realize that for sure, yeah. You could
Yeah,
be conscious of it.
yeah. Because then I'm not gonna be good to nobody, bro. Because I'm gonna be just a shade of who I actually am. I'm gonna be worn down from working so hard. I'm gonna be fucking, miserable. I'm gonna hate myself. I'm not gonna work as hard anymore. I'm not gonna accomplish anything,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna love me because
And that's
I don't love
not
myself.
and that's not who you really are.
No, bro. No. The wall. It's not always like that. Like the wall comes down, and you see who I really am, and
Yeah.
I try to be as genuine as possible with what I'm feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
And even this, I don't know how this is going to go over talking about the shit, but that's really what I'm going through.
Yeah.
That's really something I found in my life. Like the world has taken away my driving force, which was my like get mom a house and then she'll love me, and get my friends careers and then they'll love me, and
Yeah.
it's just gone. It doesn't exist anymore. I can't, because I can't do it, and there's no road for me to do it. So the grind has slightly halted, and like life said, hey Dave, look at yourself. And the things I can work on are my relationships to the people I love, genuinely. The things that I can do for myself, which is like, how do I love myself? How do I have a spiritual like union with myself and my higher power? Like how do I become, I don't know, my best friend? You know what I mean? How do I do that so that if everything went away, dude, like it did, how am I going to be at peace with it genuinely when I lay my head down to sleep and not be up at 4 a.m, like thinking, oh, what was me? I was so close, and now it's all ruined. And, my mom doesn't love me. And I blew it. My life's a waste, like that kind of thing, dude. I can't have that.
Yeah.
Because when, I heard this thing like the isolation and people getting sick and getting close to like, passing away. There's this really cool image. It's a really moving image of this like nurse who looks very much like a left-wing individual, sticking his like Q-tip in the nostril of like a guy who looks very much like a right-sided individual in this photo. And like it says so much, because like the politics and the things that people think are important before all this shit happened are they're tossed aside when it comes down to, you have 5 minutes to live, the treatments didn't work, we're taking you off the fucking breathalyzer, say goodbye to your friends and family on FaceTime. Are you going to be thinking about your politics or your career or the things that you wanted to do before everything? It goes out the window. It doesn't matter anymore. That kind of thing. This is the equalizer. This shit is the equalizer of everybody.
Yeah.
It's an invisible thing. We can't fight. We have no answer for it except stay away from each other to slow it down. So it's like a gun to everybody's head that could go off at any time if you think about it. And all the things that you tell yourself about, like, I am an actor. That's who I am. That's my identity. That's kind of bullshit, man. Like, I am not just that. That's the thing I do. That's the thing that I like to do. I enjoy it. But is that who I am? No. Am I going to hide behind that when God forbid, if I'm at a fucking hospital bed in a month and I can't breathe anymore? No. I'm not going to be fucking talking about acting. I'm not going to be talking about what I want to do. I'm not going to be talking about any of that shit. I'm going to be talking about Screwdriver in front of me and fucking, I'm afraid to die and things that I wish I said to you that I didn't say to you and shit like that. It doesn't matter about my politics. It doesn't matter about what I've done in my past. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm thinking about that right now, but my point was, I need to get good with myself so that, God forbid, if that ever happens, like, it's okay, really.
Yeah.
And it's not me fucking, damn, man, I wish I lived longer so that I could have said or did or really enjoyed now. You know what I'm saying?
I think essentially what you're saying is you're trying to get more present.
Yeah, man. I'm a very present dude, but like,
Yeah. No, I feel you can stray away. And sometimes you think that you're doing
yeah,
what, like, I don't want to like, I don't know how to like phrase it, but like sometimes I feel like I'm doing like, I could feel like I'm doing what I want to do,
yeah.
but maybe there is like an ulterior motive where I'm like, oh, this is gonna, this is gonna work towards like this kind of like this goal that's maybe like unimaginable.
That's the thing I want to focus on. That thing. I think let's do an exercise. If you can isolate one thing that you do, and you don't have to answer it like out loud on the podcast, but like for yourself, one thing that you do, whether it be I go to work at this job still during this thing that's going on, or I downloaded Bumble, or I haven't journaled. I don't journal anymore. I could say like, oh, I just don't feel it. Like I don't feel like doing it. But I think every time you isolate these incidents, like it's like a character study. If you go a little bit, like 1 or 2 layers deeper, there's a real human like driving force that there's a reason you're not doing that thing or you are doing that thing. That isn't just surface. It's not just like, oh, I wanted to talk to that person because I thought they were cute. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it'd be cool. There's something underneath it. There's always something, maybe not all the time, but I think you'll be surprised by what actions you've taken or what things you haven't done because of that driving force that you're maybe unaware of that's like been moving you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Like me being such a willing participant in like going to everyone's birthday party I've ever met in my entire fucking life since I was like a kid. And I don't want to miss them ever. And it's because I don't want to feel left out. And it's because I'm afraid, and this is the driving force thing that's like deep. Yeah. I'm afraid of being alone, dude. Like I don't want to be alone, bro. I want to be loved. And so if I go to everyone's birthday, if I'm always available for a phone call, like it rings, I'm there. If I'm known for that, bro, then I'll be loved, dude. And then it'll be okay. Because I'm afraid of being alone and unaccepted and not loved. Like I'm willing to share that out loud on the podcast. That's my shit.
I'm the same way, man. I think a lot of people are the same way. I think there's a lot of reasons why people go out, even like socially, like drinking and shit too. You know what I mean? A lot of the time, it's
everywhere, man. We're human. We want to shout out Sarah.
It's 100% valid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She said, I don't know if I believe like exactly this, but I get it. It's like scientific. All humans, all living things want sex, community, and I think food. Sex, community, food. Like it was like 3 things she said that we all like. Every living thing on this planet wants and vies for and like goes after. And when you strip away like society and like you can't just go grab those things, like there's a way of doing it. It's a cultural thing. There's ways of doing those things. Like it's funny, but it's kind of true. Like we all do those. We all look for those 3 things in some capacity. I don't think that's all of it, but I think saying the word like love and acceptance, I think that's a way. I think we're all related. Like we're all cousins. We all want it. And the big fucking muscled up dude at the gym that's like, don't fucking look at me, bro. You done with those? Like that dude who doesn't make eye contact. That dude is afraid of looking weak or inferior because he was taught a thing, and this is his way of not being hurt because he wants to, on the other side of that, be accepted and loved. And his way of doing it is a little bit fucking different than my way of doing it. Yeah. But we all do it. We all do it. I work really hard because I want to make money, because I want to support my family and friends so that I'm loved and accepted and cared for. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
You know what the hardest thing is? Like when like you talk about or we talk about this, I always feel like I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking do all this. Like I want to just like next person I see, I'm gonna like talk to them and be like, hey, fucking, we're all on this earth. We're all in this we're in this fucking room. There's such a small chance we could be in the same room right now. There's a whole world out there. I'm just gonna say an extra word or two. You know, like,
Yes, dude. Yes.
what's the worst thing that could happen? But I don't know.
This is yes, dude.
But I don't know. But I don't know why. I just don't. Like when it comes to it, I don't.
No, here's the thing, bro. Think of that picture, man. Think of this shit we're living in right now. I think now is a perfect time to exercise. Say the things that you're afraid will remain unsaid, like when you're on the bed when that day comes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's huge.
I don't want to be on that bed saying, "Damn, like I was compelled to fucking say it, dude, and I did it, and I wish I did, and now it's too late." Try to say if it's all I'm saying is if it's an instinct, if it's something that comes up in you naturally, and you're like, this customer came into the fine ground. I saw that person. It looked like they were upset. I saw that they had a beautiful a necklace. And I said, hey, in my mind, I said to myself before saying it, I want to know where that necklace comes from. Like maybe it'll make her feel better or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of thing can change a person's day and change your day. And it won't go unsaid anymore. That's a conversation you'll have that you wouldn't have had otherwise, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna shame myself right now. There was someone came in and they had a nice tattoo. And I wanted to say it, and I didn't say it, and I'm a loser.
Hey,
I'm a loser because I didn't say that.
You're not a loser, bro. You're not a loser. We're just trained to not talk to each other. We're
Tomorrow
trained
I'm
to
doing it.
We're not. People are gonna not like this if we don't express ourselves.
Yeah.
But like, don't be on that bed wishing you had said it.
Yeah.
You know, say it, because the truth is, man, like it's fucked up as it is. Like it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It could happen to anybody. This is life before this pandemic happened, but the pandemic is bringing shit to light. That's all I'm saying.
It really is. I agree, man.
That's something we can learn.
Wow, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, bro. That's the podcast,
Good
I guess.
stuff,
That's all
man.
the questions I got.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this in there. I was at the old supermarket and I was walking in and there was a lady with a shopping cart and she was unloading it into her truck. And I don't know why. It was like really windy and like out of the corner of my eye, I was walking right past her, like really close. And I saw the shopping cart like swing. So I was like, oh shit, it's gonna like fly away in the wind. So I turn and I jump and I grab it. I'm like, oh my God. And the lady's like, what? I'm like, oh, I thought it was flying away from the wind. And she was like, oh no, it's fine. And then I was like, oh, this is awkward.
Well, how did it make you feel?
I felt nice though. Cause I was
It did feel nice?
Yeah, because she wasn't like weird about it. She was like, oh, do you want the cart? I'm like, yeah.
See, okay. quick example. If I thought that in my head, if I saw the lady getting it, and my thought when you said it was like, it's not gonna fly away. She's gonna look at me and she's gonna say, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, that's exactly what
she's gonna be like. Get away from me! Like
that's exactly what I thought.
But check it out. It's a good example. You did it, and on the other side of that, you didn't die. She wasn't mean. You felt good, and there's no more fear about the situation.
Yeah.
You acted. You know?
Yeah, man. Fuck. All right.
Let's not be afraid, dude.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. That's a good thing.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's the podcast. You know what, Dave? You got anything else? I appreciate this, man. You dropped some bombs, man. I like this pod. I feel like we're getting good, dude. Like I don't know. It feels nice.
Good, dude.
I feel like we're doing a good job.
Good.
At least for me. Like I feel like I gain a lot of things from this. You know.
I do too, man. I do too. I look forward to these every week.
I appreciate you, man.
Every fucking week. I appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah.
For real. Appreciate you.
Well, let's close this out then. Episode 67 of the podcast. Find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, www.youareherepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M.
We cannot afford the M.
My name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name is Dave, and I love y'all.
Peace. Peace.